Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adventures in Hip Hop Collecting. Um, this is the second part of the video that I started. It was the beginning of my collection, so it was like it was like two for Tupac down to Apollo Brown. So I'm just continuing with the series, and now we're in the B's. So let's get right to it. Alright, this is the Beat Nuts street level. So this is an exclusive Newberry comic version. It's on red vinyl. You can see that here. And on the back, kind of the same on the original press, but super, super dope. I love this album. Huge fan of it. And to get it, I got this for my birthday in January. So super happy to have it. And just an amazing project. There's like not one track to skip. It was a great, great, great project. Next up, we have Big Pun, Capital Punishment. So this picture disc anniversary version, here you can see, oh, this man is hilarious. You can see that, and then on the back you got that. Now, I'm usually not a fan of these like cheap plastic films, which basically has nothing to it besides, kind of a weird, not really an OB strip, but a kind of a track listing here. But the pictures, the vinyl covers, like the picture discs, are so dope. I mean, this shows his personality perfectly, and I absolutely adore this album. So it was selling for pretty high, but I had a gift card on Amazon, and it was going for pretty cheap on Amazon compared to what other people were selling it for. So I pulled the trigger on this, and am so happy that I did, and it plays great. So. Then we got Big L, Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous. So I got this recently. There was like a huge amount of reissues that came into my record store before the quarantine. And this was one you can see. It's $23.99. And apparently there was a ton of bootlegs before this version came out. It came out this year. I don't know if that's true, but this is, a reissue. Plays great. Obviously, a classic album that I did not yet have, and I wasn't about to pay the OG version, which is insane, and I don't really like buying online. So, great album. We lost him way too quick. He was ready to really, really change hip-hop, and he already did with this project. I mean, just the lyricism and his personality and just straight-up street gutter stuff. I mean, there was stuff like that at this time, but I think as he progressed and the years went by, he would have been a huge, huge, huge game changer and just an amazing figure in hip-hop. So, yeah, I mean, we just went through Big Pun, who we lost, Big L, who we lost. Then we have Big L. This is the Devil's Son EP. You can see right here. It was $14.99. 50% off, and this is a record store day exclusive. So I copped this at a really good price. It's still sealed, which is really nice. You can see that here, and here's, the record store day stuff right there. The back, we have here. So yeah, super happy to own this, and I got it just at an amazing price. So yeah. And sorry for the glare. It's super sunny here in Chicago, which I'm not complaining about. So. Then we have, getting into Biggie, we have his single, Juicy. See that right there. This is an original copy, and it has like the Dirty Mix, the remix. It also contains the Unbelievable track, which is on Ready to Die, and you can see the back here. So yeah, on Bad Boy Records, super happy to own this. It's in pretty great condition, so I got this for pretty cheap a long time ago. So happy to have that. Then we have, of course, Ready to Die. Now this is the Vinyl Me Please exclusive, which you can see right here, and it has this really cool, like, it's always hard to explain what this feels like, but it's almost like strong paper, and it has like a little bit of like it's hard to explain, but it's a great pressing. I think it's the best one they've done, at least for hip hop. This beautiful red, black, white splatter. It's gorgeous. It plays great, and this includes the samples that were actually taken out. So this is the original version. You can see the Vinyl Me Please exclusive pressing. So obviously, I mean, this is my favorite album by him. One of my favorite albums of all time. I mean, top 3 for me ever. So, huge fan of this album, and it was really cool to pick it up. I mean, back then you could get friends' codes, and then you could sign up with a new account and get money off if you put in the code. And so I got this random dude's code, and it was like $15 with shipping, and then I stopped the subscription. So, kind of cheated my way on that, but I had to have this. And then we have, of course, the double album, Life After Death, a very sad, his death happened before this, and it was just a really sad time. But this sold super, super well. It had, Hypnotize, and it had just, it had too much for me in terms of filler. Not that it was filler for Biggie, but it just wasn't as strong as Ready to Die. So, this is, I believe this is a reissue. Yeah, right here, you can kind of see it. And then, of course, the sticker. Then you see the back here. Like that. Yeah, so I think this is a reissue. Now this guy, this is Awesome L. So Awesome L is a Chicago rapper that I know literally nothing about. But there's this dude who sells really either old school stuff, but a lot of 12 inches, and he also has like random 2000 stuff. Like I think I got Ludacris Release Therapy from him or something like that. But he really likes me, and he gives me this shit for like nothing. So I think I paid like $2 for this, and it's sealed. But this is from 1989 in Chicago, and let me tell you, like Chicago stuff from even pre-2008 is super rare and super hard to find. So to get a sealed copy of this is just insane to me. You can see, like, look at this DIY. It's so not official, but like super, super, super like DIY and kind of rough, not something that's on a label. But I haven't opened it. I don't know if I will, because it's just such a, nostalgic thing for me, especially, me living in Chicago. It means a lot to me. So, super dope, and I've listened to some of the tracks on YouTube. And he's pretty dope. In 1989, it's insane. So super happy to own this. Then we have, let me just take this out of sleeve. It'll be too much of a glare. We have Black Milk. Great album. Here, let me take this out. There's a, here you can go. You see this here. There's a Hell Below. Comes in kind of a neat jacket. You can kind of take out and switch around and stuff like that. But, this is an amazing project. This is my favorite from him. But he's honestly just an amazing producer, just in general. He puts out so many great projects with people. He's either featured or he does production, but he also puts out really dope solo records. There was a record I had called 365 that came out before this, but I actually sold it because I didn't love it, but it was still really good. There's a song called Deadly Medley with Royce the 5'9". I forget the other person, but it's insane. So I definitely check that out. But you can see here it's more of a shorter project, but I mean the features are great. Random Acts, which is made up of, who is it made up of? I think it's Guilty Simpson and Sean Price. I could be totally wrong, but it was 3 amazing artists like in the underground, and they put out one album. So you got Blue on here, Pete Rock. I mean, this is a great project, so I highly recommend you check this out. And then we have Benny the Butcher. I recently picked this up, the plugs I met before like the quarantine happened. This is an alternate cover of the actual album. That actual album vinyl pressing is super rare. But I was happy to pick up, reissue. Reissue is fine with me. and has like the actual cover on the back. But very, very solid project from Benny. Honestly, the only Benny album I have, because I just don't want to pay like $40 for a record online and get into that hype. Not that they're bad artists or Griselda's bad. I'm not interested in doing it that way. But yeah, the instrumentals are great on here. With the B side's the instrumentals, the A side is the actual tracks. You got Conway on here, Jadakiss, Black Thought. The Black Thought track's my favorite, and then Pusha is on 5 to 50, which is another of my favorite tracks on the album. So that is it. This was really short. Okay, but I think I'm gonna have to make a longer one next time because I have so much to show and I go through them semi-quick. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Hit me with any comments, and you can follow me on Instagram at Adventures in Hip Hop Collecting. I'll put that underneath. I have a good amount of followers, and it's just a really fun community. And it shows a lot of my collection. Not all of it, but I post a lot of that there, especially new pickups and such. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.